Now, the SA Weather Service has warned that heat waves will continue in a number of provinces this week, and that includes Gauteng. Parts of the northwest and the Free State, as we know, have experienced scorching weather over the weekend, with temperatures well over 30 degrees. Residents have been urged to stay hydrated amid these temperatures, to stay out of the sun in particular times of the day. At the same time, we're also well into the festive season. So we're asking this morning, what is the state of water supply, given that Gauteng has been battling shortages in recent months? For more, we're joined this morning by Rand Water spokesperson, Makenosi Maroo. It's great to talk to you. Thanks very much indeed for coming on. And that is the question. Are we equipped going into the festive season for heatwave conditions on the one hand, and of course, people just using a lot more water, given that they'll be off from work?
Good morning, Michelle, and good morning to the viewers. We are equipped. We are ready for the festive season from Rainwater's side. Rainwater is a bulk water supply, so we supply water to municipalities. So we have increased the amount of water that we supply to municipalities from 4,700. Now we are supplying over 5,000 megaliters per day. So we are ready as Rainwater.
In terms of load shedding, are you concerned about the fact that we're still having quite severe stages of load shedding going into December? Just last week, I think it was, we were at stage 6 of load shedding, and just the impact that that's going to have on your ability as Rand Water.
We are concerned to a certain point, Michelle, because where we purify water at our two purifying plants in Vereeniging and Suikerbos, we do not get load shedding. We have exemption from load shedding. But at our tertiary pump stations, we don't have that agreement with power suppliers. So we do get load shedding, but we have generators in place. But obviously, it costs us a lot of money. And as you know, some of municipalities are not coming to the party in terms of paying Rainwater. So we are really concerned, but to a certain point. But also, it is encouraging to hear that last week, I think the Premier did indicate that they are looking to come up with means to ensure that Rainwater is exempted completely from load shedding.
Right. Now, there's been quite a lot of moves to try and clarify exactly what you've said, Makenosi. The fact that Rand Water, as a bulk supplier, doesn't have an issue insofar as supply is concerned. But there are particular issues if you go to certain parts of Gauteng, for example, when it comes to storage capacity, right? Can you explain that to us and how that might impact residents and the provision of water?
Okay, great. Thanks for the question, Michelle. Yes, there are areas that are struggling with water in Gauteng particularly. So how it happens is we purify water as rainwater and then we reticulate it into municipal reservoirs. So from that point, that's where municipalities take over and they supply water to to residents. So if there is high consumption, obviously the reservoirs will run low from both sides, from rainwater and from the municipal side. So we are urging consumers to use water sparingly because obviously the high temperatures are putting a severe strain on the distribution networks, our network and municipal networks.
Yeah, I think that's where the confusion comes in. You know, whenever we have interviews like this and we have Rand Water on and you tell us, Makenosi, that there is no issue insofar as supply is concerned, there are people who are watching, who are living in these areas, who are confused about why they're struggling with supply, right? So we need to get that kind of messaging right.
No, that's correct, Michelle. As I indicated, we are obstructing above what our license permits. Remember, we buy water from the Department of Water and Sanitation. So we are obstructing even more. So we are obstructing more and we are purifying more and supplying different municipalities. And the 3 metros in Gauteng, Ekurhuleni, Tshwane and Joburg, they are the ones that are using more water. So we supply more water to these municipalities or metropolitans. So we are really urging even the municipalities themselves to introduce some of the restrictions, maybe level 1 restrictions, to ensure that people in the high-lying areas do get water. So what we mean by saying introduce the restrictions, it means don't water your lawn during the day, avoid sprinklers, use hose pipe between 5 p.m. and 7 p.m. So those are things that we are encouraging. When you wash your vehicle, instead of using a hose pipe, use a bucket or wait for up until maybe after 5 o'clock. Yeah. So that's what we are encouraging. But also we are saying to consumers, please adopt water-saving tips. For example, when you brush your teeth, close your tap, fix your leaking taps. Also, cover your swimming pool if you have a swimming pool, because remember, heat, there's quick evaporation. So we are really encouraging consumers to be very vigilant. And if we're all cautious, we'll be able to get water for all the provinces that we are supplying. So at the moment, Gauteng is an issue, but we are also having meetings with the metros every morning at 8 o'clock just to see the state of supply, where are the issues, and we are able to balance the system.
Yeah, important messaging there, because even though we do have enough water and Rand Water is able to provide enough water, we are a water scarce country, right? So we do need to be taking those kinds of steps. And if we stay with issues around municipalities, in fact, your CEO, Sipho Mosai, had a strong message for municipalities and how their lack of maintenance and the damage to infrastructure is actually leading us further into a water crisis, right? And one of the important numbers that he mentioned was the fact that 46% of water supplied is non-revenue water. So this is water that you're losing, Makenosi. How much progress are we making? Has that number at least decreased from a higher number? Are you seeing any kind of improvement there?
No, you know what, Michelle, it's coming very slowly. We're really not seeing the improvement that we would like to see as Rand Water. And as CE was indicating that we are losing water through municipal reticulation. So it's small. Their pipes are quite small, and obviously they are underground, so they're not able to detect those leaks. So at 43%. It's almost half of what we're supplying to municipalities. So we might be urging people to use water sparingly, but somebody would say, but I don't even use a lot of water. But some of the water is lost through leaks, non-revenue water, Michelle.
Yeah, that's absolutely shocking. And certainly something that needs to be addressed at a municipal level. How far can Rand Water go to try and ensure that that is done?
We are entering into agreements with different municipalities. For example, with Mfuleni, we are assisting Mfuleni. They are above 50% in terms of their leaks, in terms of paying Rand Water. So we are assisting municipalities that require assistance. Also, we are encouraging them to come forward if they need help. Also, in getting budget for them to fix their leaks. Obviously, it will be their budget. So we are saying prioritize maintenance to ensure that we are able to supply water to different residents.
Makenosi, Maroo, let me thank you for your time this morning. Rand Water spokesperson as we head into the festive season. Heat wave conditions and water scarcity, just given our proximity here in the southern hemisphere. We are a water scarce nation, and so we need to be taking those steps to try and conserve water.